Hi guys, it's Michaela from Axomes here again, coming to you with another little video that we are doing for you, and I thought I would explain it. So this is basically from the start of an order all the way through again. A few little bits missed out because we can't include everything, otherwise it'll be a very long video, but this is a video that we have basically taken an order. We took it at Stoneleigh. Unfortunately, we didn't record actually taking the order and the processes behind that, but to give you some backstory on it, my friend Ben has got a military vehicle, and for his military display he's got some big oil drums that he basically wants to stencil up to look like the army oil drums. He's given me a reference photo to work from. We worked with that and realised it's actually a stock stencil that we actually have and we can manipulate to suit his needs. We've then taken that stencil, adapted it, thrown it through on our plotter, weeded it, and as he has got multiple stencils to do, or multiple barrels should I say, we've opted to use the multi-use stencil material that we have on offer. So he's going to use that. So we've gone through the process of actually cutting that and then packaging his order, sending it off to him, and then he should receive that by the time he does. He should be then, hopefully, fingers crossed, ready to stencil his barrels. They should have the paint dry, and then he's going to do a little video on how he's stenciling it. So it's something a little bit different, and the reason I say it's different is because it's all right me doing these little videos of me stenciling it, but why not see somebody that hasn't used our stencils before, how they actually experience them and their feedback in essence on how they've got used to them. What better way to actually know about our products than actually a video from the client themselves. So here we go into the process of getting Ben's stencil order ready.
Let's get straight into it. This is us adding it into the design software. Once it's in there, we then send it over to the plotter. This is a standard stencil, so it hasn't had much alteration, if any, needed. And then once it's thrown through to the plotter and it's cut, it comes out. And then from there, we will simply start the weeding process. You can see that we've got more than one stencil on there. We are actually only doing one gasoline and one top stencil for the words. The rest is actually to go into stock. This is it then ready for the next part of the process. We're then simply printing the prepaid shipping label that I'd done earlier, popping it onto the tube that we'd already packaged earlier up part in the process, and then we are ready to head to the post office. And then we're just heading to the post office. It was a very, very dreary day. We're going to get that posted off to Ben, and he should have that within the next few days, and then he should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, ready to get those gasoline stencils on those drums.
Hello, I'm Finn with Matthew's Military Restorations and Digitizers podcast. Today we're going to be stenciling up these barrels. I do a few of them, and I intend to fill the genie with them at some point. So we're going to put in gasoline stencils on these. Now, because I'm doing more than one barrel, I'm happy to use reusable stencils. Now, Michaela from Axomes has very kindly sent me some gasoline stencils. And we're going to see how they look, and we're going to talk about how good the reusable ones are. They turn out nice to steal in the package, waterproof. Point out, count them out. I've used regular stencils before when I was painting up Risky Business on a 1945 GMC before Normandy, and it turned out fantastic. So this is my first time using a reusable one. Obviously I really wanted to buy 35 sets of stencils for barrels, so let's have a look. So these feel really sturdy. There we go, your first piece. And our second piece, and this is going to be really handy because I not only need to stencil gasoline in there, I also want to stencil gasoline on top, so when they're flat, you can see it, because I also want to put maybe 2 of these in the back of our WC51 once it's done. Not all the time, just occasionally. Well, it's really nice feel to it, it's a low tap, and that's going to go right across. White. So what I'm going to do now is go and get some masking paper and masking tape and get them on there. And once I've done that, I'll show you what it looks like once I've all masked it up, so bear with me. So these stencils are really great. They simply stick on a low tack, so I'll be able to pull these off and reuse them again. It's really important to use a squeegee starting from the inside and working out, making sure that you also don't nick any of these parts there and damage them, because obviously we want to start again. Making sure that it's brushed down so you don't get any seepage. Be a bit more gentle with the smaller ones, because they're quite intricate. Just making sure that everything is properly. There we go. Quickly mask this up. Now, this is where I'm going to show you how good these reusable stencils really are. So one drop coat primer. I'm using white primer for this. If it fits enough. Primer steps I'm using purpose paper. I've always used white primer for the stars on my trucks, and that is how I'll continue to use. Now what I look at as soon as I painted this is how easily these come off. How easily they're reusable. I've got a barrel over there which I've moved because I want a overspray naturally. And this primer, it only needs 1 or 2 coats. It goes down straight away. Now, during all these barrels weren't absolutely perfect, they were done en masse. So I slowly filmed that scale up, but let's see what it looks like, because I'm going to take these off straight away now. Show you how reusable these stencils actually are. Get a small blade behind you. Behind you the pen, just lift it, there we go. I'm not being gentle with it because I don't want to break it. This is almost as satisfying as putting the screen protector off your mobile phone. Actually, you know what's better? It's better. And there you have it. How good does that look? Now to prove to you how reusable these are. Second barrel. And I put it straight on there. There you go. How good is that? The stencils come off there, onto a new barrel in what? A minute? And it's retained its shape, so I'm really happy with that. But I'm extra happy with that. So, let's see what this looks like when we pull off. Based on these two barrels with this one plastic cube supplies, I will be using this exact green paint for our WC51 project. The paint on the third barrel over there is light olive from Alec Campbell, which is the same colour that Risky Busy is our GMC is painted. Now, obviously the stencils on this one are a lot more intricate because it's a smaller lettering. But you can see I'm peeling it off and they are still retaining their shape. All you've got to do is be gentle with it and not just yash it off. The reason I'm taking it off wet is because I don't want the stencil to dry and stick to the done. And there you have it, that looks pretty good if I do say so myself. And now straight away I'm going to pop it onto the second barrel. I'm not going to get a ruler out or a set square or a straight level. A spirit level, just get it straight. I'm just going to eyeball it because I think if they sat there during the war and got a straight down line every time they put one needle on, I would be very surprised. Yep, and get me squeezing over it. There we go, like that. Done that in just a couple of minutes. I'm already ready for the next one. So yeah, I'm going to start masking this one up. So there we have it. From start to finish, the Axome's reusable stencils. I'll definitely be buying more of these because I love that. That's brilliant. I'll be getting these for all sorts of things.
So there you have it. Ben's process of him using our reusable grey stencils, and he's done it multiple times and got an absolutely fantastic result. So leaves me to say thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the Ditch Drivers podcast, as this video was made in partnership with Matthews Military Restorations and the Ditch Drivers podcast.